All right, welcome. Today, we've got something a little different, a really cool challenge, actually. We're going to build an entire explainer from just a single image. It's a true masterclass in how a brand can say so much with so little.
So let's just jump right in. Normally, we've got a whole stack of sources to pull from, but not today. Today, everything, and I mean everything, comes down to this one single image. Okay, so here it is. At first glance, it's just a clean black and white image, right? Super simple. But trust me, packed inside this thing is a full business identity, a core promise, and a clear call to action. It's kind of amazing. So let's break it down. And that really is the big question, isn't it? What can this one image tell us about a business? How can a company introduce itself, make this big promise, and then tell you exactly how to get in touch with them, all within just a few square inches? Well, let's find out. Okay, first things first. Let's start by decoding the identity. What's in a name and a logo? How does this brand tell us who they are, at a single glance? So let's zoom in on the logo. The first thing that probably jumps out is that monogram, FLR. It's bold, it's modern, it just feels, structured and confident. And then right next to it, they spell it all out, so there's absolutely no doubt. Fisher Luxury Rental. And this, right here, is where the genius of their concise branding really shines. I mean, they don't just say, "we rent nice cars." They use two incredibly powerful words. Luxury. That immediately signals a premium, top-tier exclusive experience. And rental, well, that's the business model, plain and simple. In an instant, you know exactly what they do and who their target customer is. There's zero confusion. All right, so we figured out who they are. But what do they actually promise? Let's dig into their value proposition. The heart of their message, the most important thing they want you to know. And here it is. Just 4 words that make up the entire brand promise. Performance meets prestige. You gotta let that sink in for a second. This isn't just some catchy tagline they threw on there. It's a very carefully crafted equation that defines the whole customer experience. And what's so cool about this promise is how it's really 2 sides of the same coin. On one side, you've got performance. This speaks directly to the car enthusiast, right? The person who cares about horsepower, incredible engineering, the raw thrill of the drive. It's all about what the car does. But then on the other side, you've got prestige. And that's a whole different appeal. That speaks to status, elegance, that feeling of exclusivity. It's about what the car represents. This brand exists right at that perfect intersection of those 2 powerful ideas. Okay, so we know who they are, we know what they're promising, but how do you actually, rent a car from them? The final piece of this puzzle is turning that awesome brand promise into a real-world action. And look at this. This just screams professionalism, doesn't it? It's so clean, so organized. There's no clutter, just the direct information you need. A simple email address, a clear phone number. Every little detail here reinforces that promise of efficiency and quality. They make it completely effortless for you to connect.
So we've kind of taken this image apart, piece by piece, right? We've looked at the identity, the promise, and the action. Now let's put it all back together and see the complete story they're telling.
And what you see is this really elegant 3-step brand story. It's so simple. Step 1, they establish their identity with the name and logo. This is who we are. Step 2, they define the promise with that tagline, "this is what we offer." And step 3, they provide the action with the contact info. "This is how you connect." In just a few seconds, anyone looking at this knows exactly who the company is, the unique value they bring, and how to take that next step. It's a perfect, self-contained narrative.
So now, when we look at that original image again, it feels different, doesn't it? It's not just some business card anymore. It's a really powerful and, most importantly, concise story. You can see how every single element has a purpose, all working together to build a brand that feels both aspirational and somehow still totally accessible.
And all of this really leaves us with one final big thought. Fisher Luxury Rental tells its entire story without wasting a single word or a single pixel. And in a world that is just full of noise, it kind of makes you stop and ask yourself, how much is your brand saying with how little?